testing my. Oh no! Did I lose that? Yes, I did. Okay, I am testing another camera and another window that I made the holder. So let's see how this works. Okay, guys. I need 3 hands. And roll this one. This one full. Well, let's see how long it takes till I lose this camera out the window. No, I haven't lost the other one yet. All right, other heater. Here, I'm gonna roll this up for a minute, guys. Do not come in. Here's my clip. Oh, this goes over here. Here. Okay, so, all right, we can put in that one too. Do not come in, anybody. Just a little bit. guys are so trusting. I've been working on this contraption. I don't know if you can see it. It's made of wire and duct tape, and it holds my camera. Keep looking to see if it's holding my camera. But now I can move this around more because the wire's not so tight. I'm going to roll this down because I don't want them in the house. And they do like coming in the house, and I don't want them in the house. I think that'll work. Just testing. I want to see which is the best angle. Hey, guys. Oh, he gave us another place to sit. No, actually, you're light. You're not going to knock it over anyways. Duct tape, the greatest invention in the world. Oh, that sounds so good. So, B-I-V, you got 3 hummingbirds now. So either you've got them all the time or are they coming back? Hello, Marty. I know it's like 70 degrees. What? It's getting cloudy. It wasn't cloudy an hour ago. Oh. Priscilla, hello. Alicia, a lot of them here in Southern California and even parts of Texas, they stay. They winter there. So they do winter here now. They have food, so they winter. They actually will even winter in cold areas if they know they've got enough food. I don't know. I know I always read that the Canadians love their duct tape, and I can see why. I really can see why. But so far it's holding, and I found some wire and an old pipe and a clamp, and I made it where my selfie pole will hang out the window. It seems to be working. It's getting windy. Nothing. When they come, when they come in the house, I just open up the windows, like the sliding glass door, and they just go out. I just don't want them in the house. You don't want them in the house. Yeah, they stay in the area in Southern California, and it's as long as they've got food. They're really looking for food more than anything. And if they've got enough food, then they'll stay. They're going to start traveling soon anyways and getting ready to nest, I hope. I hope the weather stays nice. But I do see clouds coming in now. No. It rained the other night, all night. Yes, we do get earthquakes. Earthquakes we do get. This window still gotta do something with this window. You guys are wondering, what are you doing? You keep changing things around. No, added a few things. I want to put a hummingbird closer, the hummingbird feeder closer to the camera too. I have not noticed the birds acting differently before an earthquake. Not the hummingbirds. I know they acted differently when I moved the desk out of the kitchen into the other room. They were looking in the window and trying to figure out what was going on. And then this morning I was working on this holder, this camera holder, and they were trying to see what I was doing. They're so funny. They're trying to see if I put a different feeder out. I made a swing that I can put another feeder out there. I'm trying to get rid of this pole I put up. I put a pole up, which is that green pole, and now I made this. I don't want my, if you see anything fall, it means the camera fell. So I can put another one here. And that's what I'm thinking of doing. But they sit on the pole. Just the pole is going through to the other window. And I wanted them to have a good place to sit during all those rains we had. And they did use it. Just trying to figure out how to fix this up. Well, I didn't take this out. Okay, so that might help if I take this window out. Trying to figure out where I can hang more feeders. Hey guys. So, what is it? Steve Bree? Barbara Bree? I'm really bad with names. See, you like the other camera position better. Well, that one's actually easier to put out the window. The only thing with this one, I could move this one freely if I wanted to. If something came about and I wanted to pull the camera in and turn it around, I can do it. I don't know, I'm trying different things. I'll see. This is new today. I could pull it in closer, but then you wouldn't see all the feeders. I could try that. If Marty, you're like you were keeping an eye on me. I know I never know what I'm going to do. I don't know why plastic would be different. I mean, you would have to change with plastic. I would say change it every day or every other day. They might have just picked the feeder they like. Sometimes they do that. Now, these birds are so used to me. And they're not all used to me. We've got hundreds and thousands of them. There's some that won't come near me, and then of course the ones that are just, you know, more calmer, they're just used to me. I don't even know if I've got a glass one right now. You drop them, they break. Trying to figure out how, I can't get closer. Can't see them closer. I want to see them closer, but then you've got 5 feeders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feeders, and one on the other side. Okay, guys, I'm going to upset you all. Let's see. Closer. How do I get this closer? I'm not sure. I could really mess this up big time. Closer. I could go closer, but then you won't get all 5 feeders. That one's up. That is true. Plastic can taste a little different. But the thing is, these are being filled, no joke, 3 to 4 times a day. So it's not even in there for that long. These will be empty in a matter of a couple hours. I haven't gone to, you went to the Dollar, I haven't gone to the Dollar Tree. I went to the 99-cent store yesterday by me, and they're just starting to get their spring stuff in. Usually, they used to wait until February because I know a lot of stores do inventory, and they don't like bringing in a whole lot of things, so maybe they aren't going to bring them in anyway. So that's good. I want to get some more too. I'm in Southern California. Trying to see how I can get this closer. Not lose too many. This window, in case I want to talk, I've got to take the window out. Alicia, I went to the 99-cent store yesterday, and I agree with you. I was very disappointed. They now have a bedding aisle that they're selling, I don't don't know, pillows, blankets, and the stuff is like $7 on up to $15, $20. So yes, you are right. They are not 99 cents anymore. You really have to watch what you're buying there. The Dollar Tree is still 99 cents, and then Daiso, if you've got Daiso in your area, they're $1. Well, no, they're $1.50, but they do get things in that's more money too. But the 99 cent store, that is true, is bringing in a lot of stuff that is more than 99 cents. A lot. Have I upset you guys? How can I move that closer? Well, this got quiet out here. Where did everybody go? Okay, let's see if I can move this closer. Okay, guys, you just left. Go away. Okay, where's the clip I was using? Ay, ay, ay. Really? Come on, you just left, so give me a break. Give me a break, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I could get closer and still get, I don't think I can get all the fingers in to get closer. It is straight on. You're right. You are right. Yesterday it was off to the side and it comes in an angle. The only other thing I can do is take some of the feeders away or get them closer. You can lift this one. Okay, give me a second, guys. If I lift that one. Okay, let's see how I can do this. Can I do this at... You know, I think I can get closer. Let me see something. If I can do this without losing my camera out the window. Yeah. Come on, loosen up. Okay. Now let's see. I'm loose. I definitely lose my camera out the window. You seem like you come when I want to work. You know that, guys? It's like, oh, she's working. We're all coming in. This is the one out of the shop now. There we go. It's a little closer. Let's see. Well, I'm just trying different things, Bill. I think you can see all the feeders still. Yeah, you can still see all the feeders. No offense taken. I'm just playing around with this, trying to figure out what I like and what's going to be easier. We're supposed to get 6 species, Alicia, but I've only seen or recognized 5. That doesn't mean they're not here. They're really hard to tell apart, some of them. But I know that we do get 5. We probably have 5 out this window now. Now, what you got to understand is what you see now and what you see in 3 minutes are not the same ones. They drink and then they take off and they won't come back for 20 minutes, but the tree out here is full and the other ones are waiting for their turn to come in. So they're not feeding here all day. They're only feeding maybe 4 times an hour. Now, if they find food somewhere else, they may not come back until they can't find food. Five different species. I made a video and I showed all 5 species in the garden here. Okay, I've got to find Gary, but I won't shut the camera off. I got to go look for him somewhere. So I'll be right back. Enjoy the birds. Talk among yourselves. No, it was my dog barking because I left. Oh, no, that was cool. How can I get them to get into the camera? See when I come up. Trying to see how I can get them to even get real. You know, I was going to attach to the camera a hummingbird feeder, and I did not. That'll be another thing to do tomorrow. I do that. No more hooks out there. It's not going to fall out the window. Guys. Pole. Can I play with that pole? Let's see. I'm thinking. Cat 3 is good. That means you've got him around, and it may not be 3. It could actually be a lot more than 3. I'm trying to think how I can do this. I want to get them in the camera. Let me go get some wire. Yeah, don't bark when I'm looking. Okay, I'm back. No wire. Can't believe how many times I've lost it. Yeah. Oh, when I get to that. Too many hummingbirds. That might work. I don't lose the camera. I don't know if that's going to work. Hey guys, when I start to do something, then you all come in. All right. I'm going to try something. How did it do that? You guys are sitting on the wire. I don't know if I can bring it. No, I can't bring it through that way. Bear with me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you know, I should have taken off the duct tape before I started this. Now I'm tipping everybody over. No! Okay. Nope, nope. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Oh, come on. You don't. Sorry about that. Just bear with me. I'm trying something. You know, can you believe it? They all go away, and then I come to the window, and they all come out after me. All right, let's see if I can get this duct tape off my face. Oh, nuts. Now I got it stuck together. Well, let's try it anyways. Never get that duct tape off. All right. Let's see. Okay, so now we got the duct tape on the pole. So far, so good. What if I turn it? Where is it? Nope, I lost it. Okay, so it's gotta be up like this. I have no idea if this is gonna work, so I'm just oh, no, come on, I thought it was stiff enough. Wire. Can you see it? Up higher, and I want it closer. Oh, I need it higher and closer. Guys, give me a break. Come on. They're underneath me. They're all over. Let's see. They go, what is this crazy person doing on my TV? I don't know. It's the only way I can see it. Here's the problem. I can see it on my computer, the camera. But when I go on the YouTube, they change it and they set it up the way they want. You still can't see it. I could move the camera, but I'm determined to do it this way first. Should have made the wire longer. Let's try one more thing. You know, guys, you'll just have to wait. Let's see if that works. No, it's not going to work. I should have used a heavier wire. I'll try it. If it doesn't work, I'll try something else. They know what that is, so if they want it, I think it already moved. I could hang out the window, and then you'll get a video of me falling out the window. No, it moved. Don't worry, I haven't given up yet. Now is when I want to try to hang out the window. Give me a minute. I'll be back. All right. Let's see if that works. So you can't see this one. This one. Move it out a teeny bit more. Well, let's leave it like that for a few minutes. It's crazy. Then I am crazy. Come on, guys, you know what that is. Go use it and use the other one. Come on, guys. Somebody use the other one. You know what it is. They're creatures of habit. And when you change something, I'm going to see if I can turn this a little. When you change something, they know it. And sometimes they don't like it. See if I can turn this a little bit without losing that thing. No, I'm going to lose that one. Come on, guys, go use the other one. You know what it is. You've got one here. I don't even know if there's anything in that one still. A little bit. This one's almost empty. If I stand here, will you use the other one? You've been sitting on the camera too, so go check out the other thing. Come on. Come on, go check out the other one. You know what it is. Move out of the way. Go ahead, check it out. I didn't want to move. Get back here. cool. That's really cool. I think the most fun part is I had to run and go put that together. I had the cap already done. I just had to go put holes in it and then make that wire. Look at that. Oh, cool. 4 hummingbirds are good because I started with one. You know, I'm so stupid. Where is that? Oh, it's gone. There it is. It's so funny. You just sit here and the simplest things in the world you don't think about. Oh, you can't see this feeder. What am I going to do? Well, why don't I just extend it? Then you can see this one too. So just have to move it over a little. Yeah, now you can see that one too. Perfect. And my camera still has not fallen out the window. Okay, I will be doing a video. I don't know when. I'm making these things and they do like them. And there's just so many fun things you can do with these little, I call them, what do I call them? Dots, but I guess they call these things buttons. You can buy them. There's no reason to buy them. It's just so easy and fun to make. And like I said, they knew it. So I knew somebody was going to go there because they already know them. I put them around the yard and they do like them. Okay, come on, guys. Where are you guys? Let's see. Is this one empty yet? Nope, still a little bit left in there. Okay, cool. Well, the one that's sitting on the feeder by the camera is probably a female. Notice there's no color. The females really don't have color except for the Annas. The Annas do have a little bit of a red throat, the females. There's one that hasn't been looking that well. I saw him yesterday, and yes, it was just here a little while ago. Hopefully he'll make it. You don't even know, I don't know how old it is. It could be 6, 7 years old. So it was the same one I saw yesterday, and I did see it today. I do have problems with bees periodically, usually in the fall when it gets really hot and the bees can't seem to find flowers, and then they'll try to attack the hummingbird feeders. I actually did a video on that too. If I have to, I make sure that they all have good bee guards, and that will keep them out. Oh, look at he's trying to sit on the camera. Yeah, I hope it makes it too. I don't see him now, but I saw him a couple hours ago. It was a male. No, they probably don't winter in Kansas. It's way too cold. And it'll probably be food. I don't know where they would get it. They need a lot of food. But they'll be back. They'll be back before you know it. Well, Gary's got bees. The only thing I have with Gary's bees is, and it's not just Gary, there are a lot of other people have bees around here. They usually pick a water fountain, and the bees like a water fountain. They go to the water fountain, but I haven't had to bother the feeders too much. They're not bothering this time of the year. I guess they find enough food, or they've got enough food for the winter put away, but they do periodically look for water. When it gets hot and there's no flowers, then they'll look for hummingbird feeders. If they can't reach the food, then they'll leave. They're not going to waste their time to bees. But like I said, there are times I have to swap over to a different feeder. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, Luke, but if I got it right, Luke, have a good evening. The orange one that probably went up there was probably an Allen's. The Rufus are similar to the Allens. I think they're a little bit tinier. But the one that was drinking that was orange is a male. The one that's drinking, I'm trying to see, the sun is gone. The orange ones are the Allens, and then if they're a little bit smaller, they're generally the Rufus. Bye, Lou. I've got to go check on something outside. I'll be back. I'll go ahead and leave it on so you can see this. All right, we gotta go do gardening and stuff. Oh my goodness, another 2 hours. Let's see. I didn't go that far. I was outside. I'm gonna go do gardening. I'm gonna have to say good evening almost soon, and want to make something. Maybe I can get those buttons or dot feeders. Get a couple of them in front of the camera. I think that would be really cute. Let's see, anything empty in here yet? Yeah, this one's empty. No, there's actually a little tiny bit left. I know it's empty. This one. Yeah, that one's completely empty. This dot's painted red. This one. That one is not painted, which is actually cool. You can see their tongue. Camera's gonna go out the window. I wanted this. I'm showing Gary. I wanted to straighten the camera, but if I straighten it, that thing's gonna fall over. And I used two bell wires, but I should have used 3. If I would have used 3 like this, can't see it through the window. It would have been stiffer. And I thought 2 was going to be stiff enough, but it's too flimsy. But I don't want to duct tape it, because then it's going to be a problem taking the camera on and off. And then I could actually just turn it on sometimes and just leave it, no matter what I'm doing.
Maybe a little flat.
That's what I was thinking. Like I clamped this. Remember I told you I was going to screw it down? Actually, I put a clamp here.
Next time I go to the hardware store, people can see what they've got.
I can take it on and off, and then I can put 2 dots there. And right in front of the camera, but not blocking these either. That'd be nice. Now they're all done. It's so funny. Sometimes they go away, and then I'll come over here. I'll go, "Where are you guys?" They're all in the trees. Where are you? And then they'll all come, and then look at their full in the orange tree. Oh, they're so pretty on the orange tree because they look purple, and the leaves look like they're purple and pink, but it's the hummingbird sitting on the leaves. I forgot to take this window out. That would have been a little more. See, let me move all this. Okay. It's that little stool. I didn't take this window out. The bell wire I used. And then you could have been able to see through. You can barely see through. This stuff I like for everything. I mean, you can use a lot of stuff. I make a lot of stuff out of that. But I can easily twist up 2 of them in front of the camera and keep it low. You know, I'm so tempted. They make another one of these that are 10-foot long. And I wouldn't have to put 2 together. I've got 2 together. There's one person that's got them online. One person, because they discontinued it probably because it was too long. They only needed, this one is 3 feet, and I really needed another few inches. So I had to attach it to another one, which gives me a weak spot if I wanted to break.
It's shaking. The camera is shaking slightly, but it's not showing up on the monitor.
Maybe shaking from me.
Not just with the wind.
Oh, it's been windy. Yeah, I thought it was windy.
The 10-footer line up.
No, but I can pull it in. I don't have to extend it all.
Yeah,
I don't have to extend it all the way out 10 feet. And it'll be easier if I want to pull it in and do something, because here, this is 2 poles put together. And that's where you're going to have a really weak spot if that wanted to snap or come loose, because it's only being held by a 1/4-inch screw.
If you had some extending into the room, you'll have more of a counterbalance.
I couldn't extend it.
No, I mean, if you had a 10-foot.
Oh, yeah, 10 foot, yeah.
You'd have.
Yeah, because this one has the knob there, so it wouldn't go through as tight.
Yeah.
I mean, this actually works. You don't really need to make me anything else. This worked really good. I don't even know where this came from. I found the metal bracket outside in like an area there's stuff that don't throw it away. But I don't want to duct tape that, because duct taping it is going to be a pain. Well, first of all, I want to make that wire stiffer. I'm going to go with 3 on that. See all that? Where are you guys? Come on! You know, when they come in, they come in when they think you're changing something. I moved my pole, so now I can't. You know, I have lost that clip 10 times. There it is. Put it down, and I've got to put it in the same spot. I'll go ahead and change this one out, because this one's almost empty. This one I just filled. I think there's a dot on the ground. Why don't you just here? the holder for that one that's up against the camera more stable, where it's something really easy to just change out. 1, 2, 3. Where'd this one come from? Here? It must be here. I don't think so. There's no other hook. That one. Hey, you. I could put another one here, but then I could hang a little thing there. See, I added this one today. A little thing.
Yep.
I don't have anything hanging. It must have been here. This is, but see, this wouldn't be out of shot. This one, if I straighten the camera, all I have to do is straighten it, and then it won't be out of shot.
The problem is the monitor where the chat is coming up is behind her. So yeah, she has to turn around to see it and read it and stop what she's doing over here.
Wow, wow. Yeah, 20 feeders, and he goes through 200 pounds of killing every 6 months. 200 pounds. Yeah, because I've got more feeders than these. We've got them all over the deck, all over the garden. I don't even know how many I've got. I haven't figured out how many pounds I go through. I buy it in 25-pound sacks. That's amazing. I love California. No, see, I move, and they're like, "Oh, what you doing?" Let me move out. I don't want them coming in though. They will come in to see if there's anything else. Oh, birds.
Especially I tried to explain that.
Oh.
Apparently,
Sorry, Barbara, I was watching the chat before, but I had to go out in the garden and get some stuff done. So it's hard to watch because where I'm sitting here, the monitor is really far. So I know I'm missing a lot of people. Believe you me, I know, and I'm sorry. Today, what I did was I went on yesterday and I was experimenting with a different camera and things. And then, well, plus I changed this whole room. I had a desk so I couldn't get to the window. And then now I made this makeshift stand out of wire and duct tape that's holding a, oh, what do you call this camera? I can't think what it's called. I just went blank. The camera you use for on the computer when you're like a chat camera. I can't. Anyways, I've got my camera out the window on a pole, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to set this up because a lot of people have asked me if they, if I can just turn it on, off, and on so they can see the hummingbirds. And I'm trying to get some hummingbirds up close too. So earlier I taped that up there, and I'm trying to figure out how to get this where it looks good and get up close and personal. So I am sorry if I haven't said hello or something.
yeah, it's a work in progress.
This?
Yeah.
I haven't even set this room up. I want to get a table in this room. My desk has been moved into the family room now, I guess. My computer. I'm trying to see the best way of setting this up so you can see the hummingbirds up close. So I'm kind of trying to figure this out. And I can't do it without going live because when I turn on my camera on the computer, it doesn't give me the same image as I'm going to see when I go live because YouTube has their own program and then it sets the camera. And it won't let me try to reset the camera. This is kind of the only way I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, lower the other one a little bit, and I could easily lower the other one more. I don't even want that pole there. It's just the tomato pole that's there now. Well, all I have to do is just angle the camera more this way. Then you to get more of this window if I wanted to do it today. And then they can, you can all see the hummingbirds there. Yeah, I can't read the monitor. I can almost read the monitor from there. Oh, Doug, I'm in the mountain. You will. Oh, yeah, Doug. You'll be getting more and more. That's how it started here. It just started with a couple, and then they had babies, and they can have, one female can have easily 6 babies in one season. And then, of course, the babies, if they're happy there, they stay there, and then the females there have babies, and they multiply like rabbits.
No, I was just thinking, Doug, if he's feeding quail in the mountains, probably mountain quail, they're a real attractive quail. They're like valley quail.
Oh, they're bluish, aren't they? Kind of a bluish gray. Is that the ones I'm thinking of? Or no?
They're,
No, that might be a different
yeah,
quail.
they're different. They're similar but different. I've got the little crest. But I could be wrong, but that was what I figured up there.
Yeah, the chat is just so small on the side that I have to go sit over there if I want to read it, because it's really tiny. I mean, I can read some, but I can't. It's tiny. And I can't use my tablet. It won't let me in. And yet I've done my thing, so I'm logged in, but I can't read the chat on the tablet. Then neither can Craig. On his tablet. It's terrible. This keeps me from doing stuff sometimes. I can see a lot of young ones are starting to get their mature color. They look like females, but you'll see the coloring coming through on the cheeks, on the side. Actually, that would be the same here, because we go through each challenge day. Oh, Barbara, that's so nice. Thank you. Yeah, earlier I put that there. I don't know if you saw earlier, but I actually hung out the window and pulled it in, and I duct taped that. I want to get. That's why I'm experimenting to see how it looks, and I think it looks pretty good. Could be tilted a little different. No, if I tilt it back, then you won't be able to see their tongue. This is relaxing to watch. I will admit. I enjoy this too. I know some people told me yesterday it like lowers their blood pressure. Meow. Chickadees, woodpeckers, and blue jays. That's not bad. Yeah. I'm just gonna watch them all day. I know how that is. You know. You know, Doug, if you can figure out how to use your GoPro, let me know how to do it because I tried to stream with it. I can't seem to get it to pick up the camera, number one. And even if you do stream with it, when you plug it in, I found that it wants to download, but and the other big problem is, the battery life on those go out so quickly that you couldn't stream long with it unless you can figure out how to keep it plugged in without a battery. I don't know. I don't think you can. I mean, there might be a way to do it, but I'm not sure how to do that. That's because of the battery life, really. How many hummingbird feeders do you have here? Okay, Ethan, right here I've got 7. There's some behind the camera too. Then I've got on, I don't even know. I've got them on the deck and I've got them in the garden. Well, there's over a dozen. There could be 2 dozen. Their feeders are scattered everywhere. But they really like the window here, but they are scattered all over. So I've got quite a few. I haven't even counted them. I'll have to get a count on that. I'm going to have to go do the garden. Oh, I checked the garden. But at least you're asking questions. Yeah, that would be, if the hero worked, it would be good. I tried, and no matter what, I couldn't get it to read it as a webcam. That was the word I was looking for earlier, webcam. You would need a good webcam. But the hero, when you have to leave something on a battery, that's the problem. Deeper now, what, about, depending on if you're using it constantly, it take 20 minutes.
Depending on what settings.
It also depends on the settings. I have found the heroes don't last as long. And this, there's no battery. It has to be plugged into a computer. Now you might be able, I'm not sure if you can use a Wisecam. And then there's programs that you can buy that you can use on YouTube, and I'm not that sophisticated, so I don't know anything about that. Because there's certain programs and websites that you connect to, and then you can connect different cameras to it, and then you got to connect through that, them through YouTube, and that's what a lot of people use when they're using multiple cameras. I looked into it, and it was too much for me. I don't need that. Yeah, I should be able to get 2 feeders close up in front of the camera, but slightly lowered, and then get it straightened, and then I can just turn it on, off and on.
Now, that wasn't me working on construction.
Oh,
It was a neighbour. Not even sure how far away they were. The microphone picks up the sound from far.
picks up trains sometimes that aren't even nearby. Isn't that cool when it's like that? Oh, gross.
Yes, we watched the Hallmark movie last night, and we did get to see Iceland. Yes, Gentle Breeze. It was a nice movie. I liked seeing the different parts of Iceland. I mean, you think that the term Iceland sounds like there won't be much there, but there's a lot of different natural features in Iceland. How long ago did you start feeding hummingbirds?
Oh,
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. Robbie's saying 6 to 7 years ago. You'll have to double check on that. It's something that started small and slowly built, and I guess they must communicate with each other and let each other know that there's food somewhere. So, and they have babies. The babies, like and they'll kind of like almost like salmon. They will return to where they were born, knowing that there's going to be something there if they go away. They don't communicate with each other. Yeah, they're solitary birds. I'm thinking, I don't know, if they see another hummingbird somewhere, they'll pick up on the feeding spot. I don't know how many times she fills the feeders, Alicia. It's kind of like you see that one that you mentioned is dropped down, is almost empty. She'll just come and go, and if she sees it getting empty, she will refill that one, bring it in, clean it, refill it. And some of them have got less or more feed in them, so I don't know how often. Robbie just said 3 to 4 times a day. These ones that are all of the ones in here. Yeah, and they also don't recognise me either. So I'm sitting here and I notice I move closer and they're not used to me. All right. Yeah, we had a cold winter and spring, so even further north would be more noticeable.
Either they know they have food, they will, the food source is the number one most important thing for these guys. So if they know he's got 20 meters and he continues to just stop or slow down, they'll stay. Because food, they go into a hibernation mode. So the food is the most important thing. And they could be staying for that, or they're hoping we're going to have a warmer winter. I also know that I've seen them starting to build nests now. And that seems kind of a little early. I can believe he's going to 6 months. I think we go through, and I'm going to have to mention this, I think we go through at least a pound a day. At least a pound a day. Oh no, we probably go through more. Because when I used to buy 4 pounds of bags of sugar, I would go through a half a bag. That's 2 pounds. Hi, Sandra. have to sit down. And the little flat. Female Anna will have a little bit of red on it. But I didn't notice it because, no, yeah, because the black chicks, they have a little bit of purple in that. I'm going to do a video on that very soon, how I make those feeders. I literally had to go make that feeder to get that out the window now. They're so fast and easy to make. Got to get that together. I think I don't want to know how much sugar I use. So I know we use too much sugar. Oh, Doug, you're getting the sugar from the same place we are. Is that the blue bag? Really want to sugar stuff. I looked it up. Yeah, I want to see if he's getting the blue bag. May not be able to. I'll try to get that video up really quick. I was supposed to work on my ginger one. I have a ginger video I was going to put together today on what you must do to get store-bought ginger to grow really good, and I just didn't put it together, but I already filmed it. And then I'll try to get this together. I figured I was going to wait until I knew everybody had hummingbirds, but maybe I'll get this one together because this is just too fun to make these feeders. And they literally will cost pennies or free. Okay, Doug, so you're getting the sugar that's in a blue bag. I looked that up. It's called cane sugar. That's exactly the sugar I'm now buying. I've been buying that for the past 6-7 months. It's 25 pounds. You're right. They had it for $8.88. I sent Gary for how many bags did I order? I ordered it through multiple Walmarts. I cleaned them out. It was 10 to 15 bags. And as soon as I did yep, that's it. And it's a great company. Let me tell you something. Walmart has that made for them, but it's the same company that is bagging Domino's and C&H. It's the same exact sugar. They're bagging, even there's another brand, it's an expensive brand. It's the same sugar, and they bag it for all these different companies. But yeah, I sent Gary out to go pick them up from these different Walmarts, and then they raised the price to like $14. I can't remember. But it went down because I just bought it again about a week ago. They wouldn't let me order it online, but they let me know it was at the store, so I went in and picked it up. I think I paid $8.88. And you wouldn't know because you didn't go with me. The guy had to get it. He had to climb. They had to go get a big ladder and climb it up on top. And he wants to know why I was buying it. Yeah, it's great sugar. Great for baking, great for everything. And you know, some people might think because it's Walmart, it's cheap. It's a really good I actually, when I first found it, I was wondering where, it was. And and what kind of sugar it was. So I did research on the company and found out it's the same exact sugar that's in a C&H pink bag or a Domino's yellow bag. It's the same sugar too. Yeah, it's great for your baking. It's amazing you're doing. I bake with it too. I use it for baking. You know, somebody else told me that. Somebody else, John, he asked me how come they haven't come to check out why we're buying so much sugar. There's a lot of different things I found out. Somebody told me you can make with sugar. Yeah, Alicia, I'll get that. I'll try. I'm not gonna make any promises. I'm really gonna try to get that. How to make these little, I don't know, buttons, dots. I'll try to get that up within the next, let's say within 2 weeks. Peanut brittle. Oh, I love peanut brittle. That I love peanut brittle. That's amazing. That's a lot of baking. And what I really like about their sugar is cane sugar. And if you go to a different grocery store, let's say, and you buy their brand will say granulated sugar, and that is usually beet sugar or sugar beet. Now that won't hurt hummingbirds. It's probably not. It's not as good as cane sugar, but according to the Hummingbird Society, it's okay. But they prefer sugar cane. I prefer sugar cane. I don't know if all, Sandra, I don't know if all the Walmarts carry it, but they, believe it or not, they actually, I do want to say that they do in their food section. When I went in there the other day, they did not have it on the floor. They actually had it up, way up high, and somebody had to climb up and get it. But they do tend to keep a couple bags of the 25 pounds of sugar available. And I just bought it, and I ended up paying like I think I paid like $8.88 for it. The price went back down again. I was watching for the price to go back down. It seems like if I go in and buy a lot, they bump the price up like the next day. They must think it's too cheap or there's a rush on it and they can make more money. And then I don't buy it, and then they lower the price again. You can't. No, I would. The first one. Okay, who said that, Sandra? Okay, Sandra's asking about the 25 pounds. You're telling. When I first got it, I was doing store pickup, so I was buying it online. I paid for it, and then when Gary was doing his errands, he'd go run and pick it up for me. The last couple times, they will not allow me to pay for it online. They will not allow me to do a store pickup. I don't know why. It will tell me how many are available in the store, but they say when you go to their website, it says that you just come in and get it, but there's two at this store, and you can look up the different stores. So I went to the local store, and they had two. And I did have to go online and pay for it this time. And I have no idea why they changed it. Oh, the orange one is probably either an Allen's or a Rufus. But I have seen a different one too using it also. See, they're trying. The tree is full out there. They're all wanting to come in and eat before the sun goes down. Sandra, if you can get online, go to Walmart.com and, you know, sometimes they block it, I've noticed, and I don't know why. Type in 25 pounds granulated sugar. It should bring up a picture of a blue bag. Now they've got another one where they're putting two bags together, so they're selling like 20 pounds. Don't look at that. Try to find the 25-pound one, and then it should tell you if your local store has it or not. And if it does, then you can go in, or just go in and go to the food department and find somebody that knows what they're doing. Because there's been times you'll sometimes walk into a store and you ask and they tell you no, and they have it and they don't know. And look around, but I would say most of the Walmarts do carry it. At least one or two bags in each store. The recipe is the same that I think a lot of people use. It's what I use is 1 cup of white sugar to 4 cups of water. Basically, it's a quarter to 1. Every time I make it, I take 2 cups of white sugar and mix in 8 cups of water. What I'll do is I'll try to get I've got videos up on it on exactly how I make it. Some people said, oh, you can't use plastic. I know some people were using glass and they were shattering their glass. You can make it from a cold start, but the problem is the sugar won't melt completely. So you have to wait and stir it, and it might have to sit overnight. I do it and I'll show it, but what I do is I have a container, a food safe container on my stove all the time, and I put in 2 cups of sugar. Then I know the container is 8 cups. And so I pour in some hot water, almost boiling, not quite. And I just pour a small amount in. It could be, I'm going to say about a cup of hot water. If I need a little more, I do it. I stir it up until it goes clear. The moment it goes clear, I throw in ice cubes, and then the ice melts right away. I top it up with cold water, regular water, and then I'm ready to feed. But if you were just going to make a little bit for a feeder, it's just 1 cup of water to a quarter cup of sugar. And that's all you need. That easy. No food coloring, no vitamins, no nothing. I see there's a feeder out there on the fence. Oh, so they raised it again. That's interesting. Okay. And I've seen them do that. It seems like the price goes up and down. What holiday is coming? Valentine's Day? You know what? It may be going up because they think people are going to buy a lot of sugar and make candy and stuff for Valentine's Day or baking, and so they'll raise the price, and then when they think it's going to sit, maybe they lower it at that time. But I bought it, I think it was about a week and a half ago. Time goes by so fast I can't remember. Just recently, I just came home with 2 bags of the 25 pounds, and I did pay $8.88. Yeah, I don't know. There are people that like buying hummingbird food. I've actually gone through most of them, and I'm surprised. They do use a lot of food coloring in it. And I don't even know how they make it. I read the ingredients, and I'm surprised myself. If you go to the Hummingbird Societies, they'll tell you just the sugar, plain white granulated sugar, not powdered sugar, never powdered sugar, because powdered sugar's got cornstarch in it, and they cannot metabolize that. So, yeah, it's just easy to make it yourself. And not only is it cheap and easy, it's better for them. If you want to buy the clear one, that's fine. I mean, I'm sure it's okay. I don't think they would be on the market that long if they were putting something out that's bad. So you could buy it.
The problem is, and that's up to you, I've looked at some of those bottles, and they could be $8 or more. And for you to make it, if you can catch a 4-pound bag of sugar on sale for, let's say, $2, but otherwise, what is it going to cost? $3? You'll have so much sugar, and sugar really doesn't go bad. Just take the bag and drop it in a plastic bag and put a little tie on it. But sugar will last a long time. Yeah, I've noticed that Walmart puts out their sugar sometimes in double bags like that. How big is their backyard? The entire property that we sit on, the entire property is roughly about 2 acres. And that's true. If you use something and they're smart enough, they tend to come check it out, and then they'll taste it. It's not right, and they'll leave. And that is true. Okay, go ahead, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to go do the gardening. This thing went over, oh my gosh, 3 hours almost. We have a lot of hummingbirds here. And I know more people are fascinated with hummingbirds than any other birds, but let me tell you something. And this surprised me. And this was not like this before. We have over 50 species of other birds now that hang out around here. I put up a video on that. I tried to label them all. In fact, there was another video I just found that I had another one that I didn't put up. We have all kinds of songbirds, warblers now. There's just so many birds, it's unreal, that hang out in the yard, in the garden. They don't come here, but the only ones that will come here is the orioles. Will come here when they're nesting and having babies, and they'll drink out of these. But otherwise, I also feed the wild birds. I put seeds out, and then I leave in my garden kale that's going to seed. There's sometimes some of the wild native leaves, like sow thistle. I'll leave that. And we've got hundreds of goldfinches here all day. They sing and sing. All kinds of sparrows, not just the regular sparrows, song sparrows, fox sparrows. We have a Lincoln sparrow. We have so many different sparrows. We've got spice finches that come in that raise babies. We had spice finches that raise pintail whita babies, because pintail whitas do not raise their own babies, and they lay eggs in other nests. And so that was fascinating to see. If you've got ants, you can put your sugar in there. Sure, you can store sugar in there. You can store sugar probably in the freezer too. So we have a lot of birds, and I know most people aren't interested in other birds but hummingbirds, but I'm fascinated with all the wild birds we've got here. Yeah, the video I put up that I did in the yard was, I didn't do any bird of prey, and I really stayed away from all those. I only did basically the really sweet songbirds and birds that visit, birds I've never seen before. I didn't even know we had out here. So you'll hear a lot of birds, and we do have a lot of birds. We also have a lot of wild Amazons in the area. I'm guessing you're leaving. I'm going to leave in a minute too, Doug. Thank you. This was kind of a test on how to get this set up and to make it look nicer, even if I can. Yes, we have owls. We've got barn owls, screech owls, and great horn owls. Trying to think if we've got any. I don't think we've got burrowing owls here, but we might. But yes, we do have owls, and yes, we do see owls. Thank you, Doug. We have a lot of bird of prey too, and they make me a little nervous. And there's not much you can do now. This particular area, they could come and get a hummingbird if they wanted to, but I have not had them do that yet because they would have to swoop in and turn around. So the way it's in the corner of the house, that's probably also why the hummingbirds feel really safe here. Nothing could really get them. It would be hard. I can't say nothing is impossible because there's always something that could happen. But they look for safe areas. So, but we do have a lot of bird of prey. I haven't seen any bird of prey today, but that doesn't mean anything. We've got Cooper's hawks and red-tailed hawks and sharpshins and a lot of different birds. Oh. Oh, I was going to say go watch my video. I made a feeder that is squirrel proof, and I think I don't know if I put the second one up yet. I made a feeder, a different feeder also that the squirrels cannot get into. So if I don't have that video up, I'm going to make sure that's together. I have a whole bunch of stuff I start and then I don't get it all together right away because I have other stuff I got to do. So let me see if I can get that up. But there is a feeder I made that you can put onto a steak, like a tomato steak, as any steak you want, and you can stick it anywhere. And that makes it difficult for squirrels to climb up. Like I've got the big bowl in my garden, over there, down there. It sits on a tree stump. And yes, the squirrels do come in. There's, and I don't mind that. But I've also got other feeders around that they can't get into. It's too difficult. And if it's too difficult, they really, they just don't want to bother because it's too difficult. So you want to try to make it where they can't climb. Can they jump? They probably could, but because they don't know the stability of it, they haven't tried. So I've got 2 different bird feeders out there that they have not gotten into at all. I know that. So I'll try to get something together and make sure that I've got more up on making it squirrel proof. Priscilla, I think you're telling me that you use a little bit of bleach to clean the feeders, not leave in the water. That's fine. As long as you rinse it out really good, bleach dissipates very quickly. And keep in mind, most of us who have, city water, we have chlorine. I don't like chloramine. Hopefully we don't have that. But chlorine is basically a type of bleach. And if you leave it out, that will, dissipate. So as far as cleaning, I would say clean your hummingbird feeders the same way you would clean a baby bottle or not even a baby bottle. The same way you would clean your kid's cup. That's basically it. So if you're going to use whatever you're going to use to do your dishes, you could do it the same way for them. And if you end up using soap, just rinse it really good. You have to stop and think about, these birds are living in our air in Southern California. They are flying around. There's car exhaust. A lot of times our air is bad. There's people spraying all the time. You can't stop them. They're spraying herbicides out there. And I was surprised. We just went on a walk to some nature habitat, and they were proud of themselves. I don't want to say who they were, but they sprayed the whole hillside with herbicide and killed all the weeds off so they can start replanting all over. So we can't worry about every little thing. If you need to clean something, clean it, because that's actually the most important thing. Sometimes just cleaning with hot water doesn't work, and sometimes it does, but there's nothing wrong with using bleach and a small amount of soap. As long as you rinse it really good, it should be fine. Because think of where they're landing. They land on the wires, the foam wires, that's made out of rubber. There's exhaust and stuff in the air that's landing on stuff. I mean, they're not living in a pure world, okay? So I wouldn't worry about that. Clean it whatever way you need to clean it. I'm going to say for now, and I'll explain it another time, I don't talk chickens, okay? Don't want to get into it, but we don't talk chickens. I like chicken, okay? I don't have a problem with the food being cooked by the sun, even in the summer, because they go through it so quick. If they didn't go through it real quick, then I would shade it, and I sometimes make a plate. And I think I've shown it in past videos where it's just something to shade it a little bit. But as you can see, they go through this so quickly that it's really not out there long enough to worry about. So there's not one feeder is left overnight, and it's fine if it was, but not one feeder is even left overnight full for more than 24 hours because they're changed so often. Okay, so now they've got Walmart at $9. Yeah, that price changes constantly. That's a good price, and if you need that much sugar, I would snatch it. If it says your Walmart's got it, then you could go down and pick it up. It will tell you there's 2 bags or 4 bags or no bags. It might say there's no bags. And if you can sometimes, if they let you, they don't let me do it anymore. I used to pay for it online and then just go pick it up. I was reading what you wrote, Priscilla. I mean, it's good if you want to put them in the oven to dry them. I don't dry my feeders. I just wash them really good, and then after I wash them really good, then I rinse them really good in hot water in the sink, and then I shake them out and just refill them. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't use dye either. The only dye, see, there's the one somebody asked if the thick one is there. He's there. He's had a little bit of an issue, but I don't know what the issue is. But as long as he can find food, he might get through it. He's sitting on one of the feeders. Somebody earlier asked me. It's the same one. I think it's a Costa. And like I said, it could be multiple things. He could have eaten something bad. They are doing weed abatement, and some people do spray herbicides to get rid of weeds. It could be his age. He could be older already, so he's having issues. But yet he comes in, it's Big Bird, and he comes in and he feeds everything. But what did I say? Oh, Alicia, is that why you're telling me they won't let me order it? They want me to come in and buy it? I don't know. Yep, he's still sitting there. He's sitting on the feeder, the one closest, you can't tell. You can see my hand. That way. Yeah, he's been hanging around for days. It's the same bird. He's the only one that's got an issue. There's nothing I can do. You can't catch him, do anything really with him. But yet he comes in, he rests, then he drinks, and then he rests. But again, you know, I don't know his age. I don't know where he's been. There's so many things. You think about it, people put in their, what do you call it, antifreeze, and then they'll have their car might overheat or spill something and something step on it if birds are around. You never know what they could get into. Gentle breeze. I am planning on doing a lot more solar. Yes, I haven't done any yet. And I also ordered, just for fun, and I haven't even turned it on yet, I ordered a 5-watt solar panel. Something I know I do not need. But I wanted to see the difference between the little ones and the 5-watt. I'm going to shoot the water straight over the house. So I am doing more on solar very, very soon. I was waiting for spring, but maybe I won't wait. Mike, let's just say Southern California, not San Diego. If they find enough food and they don't struggle, I believe, and don't hold me to it, I believe they stay about 6-7 years. Some can go a little longer. Sometimes, like in zoos, they might live longer because they don't have to struggle the wildlife and everything, you know, going out there. And then as they get older and weaker, things take them out. So let's say in the wild, about 6 to 8 years. So you don't know how old any of these are when you see there's an issue. So that's why, you know, I mean, look how many there are. So out of all these, there's one that comes in for days and he's not doing well. But there's hundreds and thousands that come in every day. Now I'd be concerned, big time, if they were coming in and you would find dozens of them with a problem. But you know, you don't know, and I will say, I will really have to make an update on the one that nested on my kitchen window, and I know it's the same bird. She nested there for 2 years, then she moved the nest to the front. She's been around for about 4 years now. I'm going to say a good 4 or 5 years. She got sick, and she did what this bird is doing. She was breathing hard. She couldn't move. I sat home. I never talked about it. I sat at my kitchen window, which is over on the other side. I don't know if you can see me pointing. The other window. And I made sure no bird touched her. She had 1 egg in the nest. And what had happened is she had become egg bound. And I shushed away all the other birds that were trying to bother her. And I thought she was going to die. And then I thought, oh boy, now we're going to have an egg in the nest. She ended up making it, just being left alone. She fed out of her feeder like this one did. These are not egg bound yet. But she fed out of her feeder, and I couldn't believe the next day, and she looked like she was really going to die at any point. She laid that egg, and she was fine. I don't see why you can't use a fish tank. So whatever you use, though, keep in mind for solar, you want to keep it, if you're doing it for birds, you need shallow spots that they can get in. So if you were going to put a 10-gallon fish tank out there and you were going to fill it, I would say that's not really going to bring the birds in that well. But there's ways you could do it if you wanted to, by maybe putting a layer of screen and then making the top of the fish tank shallow, something that will bring bring it where they can get into it. There's ways of doing it. There's always ways of doing it. Yeah, it is big. I like their noise. I love their little call. You can use solar. I love solar. You can use solar and make solar fountains out of almost anything. Anything. And then you can change them around too. If you don't like them, take them apart and change them around. But see, that one that's not doing well, he'll hang out here and then he'll go back in the trees and then he'll come back and he knows it's a safe spot. I'm just afraid by nature he's going to be sitting somewhere and he's going to be slow and something could end up taking him out too. But he's been hanging around for days. So hopefully he'll heal up and get better. We've gone over 3 hours here, and I think I'm going to wrap this up, pull the camera in, and let these birds feed more. And I think I've got to get, the one he's sitting on is almost empty, and I really don't want to bother him, but I may end up bothering him. I want to make sure all the rest of the feeders are full. These feeders are hanging on, who's that? Sandra, these feeders are hanging on hooks. And the other day when Gary took my desk out of here and moved my desk out of the kitchen so I could get to the window and do something with this area, I did show the hooks. Maybe I can, you know what, let's wrap this up. I'll show you the hooks. And then I really don't want to bother you, little guy. I'm really sorry. I'm not going to bother you. But yeah, he's the one that's not doing well. But you know, we had a towhee in the yard, a spotted towhee that got sick, natural disease that goes around, and he lost his beak. But he knows he's got all the food he needs, and I've seen him now months and months and months. He's eating and doing fine. Let's see if I can show you the hooks and how this is, and then I'm going to wrap this up. If you suddenly if something disappears, not me, I'm not going to fall out the window. That will be because the camera fell. I've got this thing. I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to really do it. But I think I like this angle. All right, let's see. Sure, this goes out this way. Oh, he flew off. See, he can fly. He just is having an issue right now. Okay, let's see. See if we can do this without spilling. I don't want to spill sugar water on my camera. So we're going to take that off right now. All right, let's see if I can show you the hooks. Oh, I can do it this way. Uh-oh. Up, 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 up. Okay, that's not working. I'll keep trying. Now, at least I can use the camera this way. The other way I had it, I could not. The first few hooks were put on out the window here, and then Gary got a ladder and he put some more hooks up. So those are the hooks. And I don't know if I can turn you around to see, but there's some. Let me see if I can turn the camera. No, I'm going to take the camera off. Nope, that's not going to happen either. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm probably going to drop you all out the window. Let's see if I can do this. Yes, guys, I know you're really upset because you want to eat. Give me a minute. I'm just going to show everybody where you guys have been. Come on, don't move on me. I don't know if you can see them all, but they're hanging out in the orange tree. I have a lot of oranges because let me tell you something, they pollinate that tree fantastic. When that thing is blooming, it is covered with hummingbirds pollinating that tree. Look at all the oranges. But anyways, that's what they're doing. They're coming in. No, I'm not going to drop the camera right now. I've got the camera in, but that's what's going on. And then you've got the feeder on the other side that they've emptied. They're just upset because they want to eat. So I just wanted you to see the orange tree, but that's where they hang out all day. They hang out on, there's a few other trees they hang out on. And then they don't just stay here. They go, as you can see, I'm making you all dizzy. See, I can't see and do this at the same time. Oh. They go out and then they forage. They forage in different trees for flowers and different things. But yeah, they're quite angry right now, as you can see. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Am I still connected? Yes, I am. And I will try this again real soon. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Okay, I got to go get a hummingbird out. Come on, go out. Out, 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 out. All right, we'll get you out the window. Have a great day. Bye-bye.